Merrill Lynch has long been a household name in the world of finance and banking, but have you ever wondered how its founder lived? Hi everyone, Ken here. Today we are uncovering Charles Merrill's Southampton estate. Hit that subscribe button and let's explore this house. Charles Edward Merrill was not the sort of man to blend into the crowd. In 1885, he was born in the small town of Green Cove Springs, Florida, where he seemed destined for something far greater than his humble beginnings. The son of a doctor, Merrill was a curious and ambitious child who watched his father tend to the sick with care and precision. That precision would serve Merrill well, but not in medicine. Instead, his path would lead to Wall Street, where he would forever change the way that Americans approached investing. When his family moved to Jacksonville after the Great Fire of 1901, Merrill's education took a turning point. Sent to a preparatory school and later Worcester Academy in Massachusetts, Merrill developed a sharp intellect and a knack for seeing opportunities where others did not. Though he dabbled in Amherst College and law school at the University of Michigan, the academic world couldn't contain his restless ambition. By 1909, when he joined George H. Burr and Company in New York City, Merrill had found his calling in finance. His early career was a whirlwind of experience. He worked hard, observed keenly, and soaked up every bit of knowledge about investments. By 1914, he felt ready to step out on his own, founding Charles E. Merrill and Company. He wasn't just another stockbroker. Merrill had vision, an uncanny ability to predict market trends, and a rare sense of responsibility for his clients. This sense of responsibility would define his career. When Merrill teamed up with his friend Edmund C. Lynch in 1915, the firm became Merrill Lynch, a name that would later resonate across America. But Merrill was not interested in catering solely to the wealthy elite. He believed in empowering ordinary Americans, introducing them to the opportunities of the stock market. His ideas were revolutionary. At a time when investing was seen as an exclusive domain of the rich, Merrill envisioned a financial world where anyone with ambition and a few extra bucks could participate. The 1920s roared, and Merrill roared with them. He played a pivotal role in the merger that built Safeway into a massive grocery empire, showcasing his knack for scaling businesses and his understanding of the broader market. But the party couldn't last forever. Unlike many of his peers, Merrill saw the warning signs of the impending stock market crash. In 1928, he urged his clients to pull back, liquidating their stock portfolios before disaster struck. When the Great Depression hit, Merrill's foresight saved countless investors and families from financial ruin. Merrill's personal life was as colorful as his career. Dubbed Good Time Charlie by friends, he embraced a life of luxury. He owned a stunning estate in Southampton designed by the legendary architects Stanford White and Charles McKim. The estate, known as the Orchard, had originally been built for James L. Breese over a 9-year period from 1898 to 1907. Breese had been close friends with Stanford White and welcomed the architect to continue expanding on his vision through a series of seemingly never-ending renovations. The end result was a rambling mansion with large porticos and verandas surrounded by gardens and fields. Peering out from the rear of the mansion, we find parterre gardens, including everything from flowering bushes to fruiting trees, all framed by a U-shaped pergola. Going out another layer, we find a hedge maze wrapping about and concealing the garden from sight. All about the grounds, there were points of interest to be stumbled upon. Whether such spaces included statues, fountains, or transitioned into green tunnels covered over by vines, following the brick path would never disappoint the curious garden-goer. For as beautiful and tranquil as the grounds might be, the true aesthetic masterpiece waits for us beyond the front door. As we continue following the brick path, it will eventually lead us back around front. We'll shuffle around patio furniture and potted plants, making our way past 4 columns to find the front door. Before we head inside, let's take a quick look at the floor plan to orient ourselves, noting that the house is laid out with a service wing on one side and a leisure wing on the other. Swinging open the front door, we arrive in the entrance hall, doubling as the reception room, where we see the grand staircase rounding out with the wall in the background. Diving in deeper, we get a better look at the staircase and the double doors which lead to the conservatory. But instead of continuing through, we'll turn around and start our tour with the library. The library's ceilings are several feet taller than the entry halls, with walls clad in wood paneling and a colossal, rusticated stone fireplace spanning the entire height of the room. This feeds us into the conservatory, with vibrant floor tiles and lattice walls lined by planters. The sound of trickling water comes from just around the corner, where we find a large stone fountain marking the entrance to the music room. The music room is the largest room in the entire house, measuring 70 feet long, and is widely believed to be the last space that Stanford White designed before his untimely passing. The far wall in this photo contains a built-in pipe organ, though the fireplace mantle and coffered ceiling certainly compete for attention. Let's now cut back through the conservatory to the entrance hall and make our way to the room opposite the library. Here we find the drawing room, with low ceilings more in tune with the notion of having an appropriate space for intimate conversations. Beyond the archway is the dining room, meant to evoke a semblance of early American design with an eclectic mix of Americana, but of course, with Stanford White's signature twist on historically inspired style. Merrill enjoyed the orchard for many years, passing away here in 1956 at the age of 70. His children ended up rejecting the fortune he left them, instead directing the bulk of it to charity as he would have wanted. His company, Merrill Lynch, was eventually acquired by Bank of America during the financial crisis of 2008 and rebranded as Merrill more recently. As for the house, while it does still stand, it has been broken up into dozens of apartments with only a small handful of rooms retaining their original character. With that, I'll turn it over to you. What did you think about the orchard? Did you have a favorite room, or maybe something else stuck out to you? Either way, let me know down below in the comments section. And while you're there, make sure you're subscribed so you never miss an exciting episode of This House.